So the other day when I was looking at my YouTube comments, I got this commenter asking me to make a video about stay-at-home writing jobs, like a 9-to-5 writing job kind of thing, or to do during that time. And I have lots of blog posts about different types of writing jobs. And I thought maybe, well, I can find one and that can help you with figuring out what type of writer you can do at home as a stay-at-home writing job kind of thing, because this is exactly what I do. If you don't know who I am, my name is Elna from elnakane.com. This is my blog, and I do share a lot of helpful tips for freelance writers or people wanting to be freelance writers. I also have a free course right here called Get Paid to Write, and I do give you the tools to land your first writing job that way. But today I wanted to really focus on like at-home writing jobs. I do have a post about work from home writing jobs, which are pretty much the same as a stay-at-home writing job kind of thing. You know, when I first started, this is all I do. When I work from home, I go to my office and I write for my clients. So I'm at home, I'm staying at home kind of thing. So let's get to these different types of writing jobs that you can do with no experience. If you're brand new to this, that you can easily start marketing online. All right, so first one is editing. Now, it's not necessarily writing, but you can do some writing with editing. One of my recent projects that I did was to Canadianize American writing. So this was a post on GoDaddy here, and I believe I edited one of these posts. Maybe this one, how to start a business. I think this one I Canadianized. So they gave me the content from another platform on GoDaddy. I guess they were able to do all this and use their content, but make it relevant to a Canadian audience. So when you start a business in Canada, it's a little bit different than starting a business in other countries, like the States, for example. So I really had to focus my editing on right here, registering your business to get the right licenses. I do talk about things in Canada. So something like this, I had to research and rewrite than what was already here. I also had to rewrite some of this as well. And I think that was the bulk of my editing. There was probably one other thing here that I had to change. Yeah, right here. I had to change a little bit. And then that was it. That was the editing job that I did. So with editing, you are going to reword things, change some sentences perhaps. And depending on the client, you may have to do what I did, which was remove some blocks of text and change it to be relevant for their audience. So specifically as an online editor, you'll need to be able to identify mistakes in writing and make corrections as needed. And to find these types of jobs, you can go to something like Whisper Jobs. I do talk about it. They have different names and I call it different names. I think right now it's called the Talent Fairy. So here they have jobs for editors here, and they're usually for magazines. So you can be an editor for a parent magazine, for example. The next work-at-home job or stay-at-home job that you can do as a writer is blogging. Now, this is exactly what I've been doing. I built up my business by blogging for SaaS clients or software as a service clients. So for example, on the WordTune blog, I have a post here on how to write an about page, which is a proven formula. It gives you the table of contents. This is just the format that they have on this blog. But with this client, I was able to share my story, so my thought leadership content for them. That's what they wanted. They wanted experts, and write a long form blog post. So they gave me a content brief with keywords to use, the outline that they wanted me to sort of follow, and then just some guidelines on how to write for this blog. They wanted me to be as descriptive as possible as a way to help them repurpose content on other platforms. So this is what I did. I have screenshots, I use bullet lists, I break up my content with images as well, and then having descriptive types of subtopics. So that's what I do to get paid now upwards to thousands of dollars for one article. So blog posts that I believe this was maybe over 2,000 words, perhaps 1,800, I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, in this blog post, I also created a content brief. So I had that as well. So I did some extra things for this blog post, and I was paid adequately for this. This is one of my recent writing jobs that I took, and so my rates were quite high. So you can see the level of detail that articles that pay a lot have. Now, I did not start this way, and as a freelance blogger yourself, you probably won't be able to pick up a writing job of this magnitude, but WordTune does hire other writers. They hire teachers that write. They hire other credible people because they want experts on their blog. And so if you are versed in marketing, then you can write for companies to write marketing content. All right. And your rate is based on what you feel comfortable and what you can produce for the client. Now, when I first started, I charged like 8 cents to 10 cents a word, and I slowly grew my rate to what it is now. Other writers start at a higher rate, and what they're writing now is much higher than what I charge. And so it's your comfort level. But for new students in Write Your Way to First 1K, I do tell them that they can start between 12 and 15 cents a word for blog writing. You can definitely, whatever you feel comfortable. Like I said, I started around 8 cents a word and went up that way. With blogging, which is nice, you can pick up several different clients. So even if one client pays you $200 a blog post, you can get another client that pays you $200 a blog post as well. And then you have $400 a week that you are paid. And that's $1,600 a month for 2 blog writing jobs. So this is the quickest way you can scale your business, get more clients. You can raise your rates quicker with blogging. Now, of course, there's also just freelance writing. Freelance writing for technical content, for legal content, for different types of niches. So you would be like an expert finance writer, or you would be a pet writer. So that's other types of jobs that you can do that's similar to blogging. You know, as a pet writer, you could write only product descriptions for pet food companies, right? But you're a pet writer. So that falls into e-commerce, and that's under freelance writing. So the next one is transcriptions. So this is still a freelance job that you can do at home, and you can supplement your writing work with this type of job. I often like to take on gigs that aren't always content heavy or SEO optimized, or that I need to interview people because that takes a lot of work. So I like to pick up easier gigs. So editing gigs for me do the work. And as well, I like to write on Medium, just free write and just write whatever I want. I don't have to worry about optimizing it or formatting it the way I would for client work. So I need that balance, and transcriptions can work that way for you. What you do is you listen to an audio or video recording and type out what you hear. Now, transcription work can be a great way to make money, and it's a flexible way to stay home or work from home. This also falls under transcribing podcasts, transcribing YouTube videos. There's a lot of writers that also write blog content, but also transcribe podcasts and transcribe YouTube videos to make it like a blog post. So instead of it being word for word, they might take a couple of sentences and then make a subtopic out of it so that they have the transcription, but they're formatting it or editing it into a nice stylized blog post. The next one is proofreading, something similar to editing as well. It's just the process of reading a document and correcting any errors. You may not find many gigs that want proofreading. It might be just sort of like an addition to editing or addition to other types of services that you provide. I wouldn't rely on just being a proofreader. I would also supplement this with freelance writing. The next one is ghostwriting. I do have some videos on ghostwriting, so you can check those out after this one. But ghostwriting just means you're writing the content without any attribution. So no one knows it's you. You're usually writing under someone like an influencer or an important person or even the company owner. So a lot of ghostwriters write books. They might collaborate with an entrepreneur or a public speaker, and then they write the book for them so that it adds and lends credibility to them. You can get paid pretty decently with ghostwriting, but these are bigger projects for sure. The next one is copywriting. You can definitely add copywriting on top of freelance writing, on top of blog writing. That's what I do. Or you can just niche yourself to a copywriter, and you're going to do only copywriting projects like a sales page, like Facebook ads, like landing pages or website copy. Now, that's not to say that as a freelance writer, you can't take on these gigs. I have written landing pages for a lot of other content creators over the years, but I never turned myself as a copywriter for landing pages. I'm a freelance writer for digital marketing content for SaaS businesses, but I will take on these extra types of gigs because they pay well. And plus, I'm learning a new skill. There's different job sites you can check out copywriting jobs, but I like Contenta. It is a premium job board. It isn't the best for a brand new writer, but if you pick up a couple copywriting jobs, you can definitely get into better types of job boards like Contenta or Writer's Work, for example. But here's just a snapshot of some of the jobs that I saw when I wrote this blog post. So there's an email copywriter. Email copywriting pays well. Even here's web copywriting that pays around $4,000 a month. And this is all American dollars. So the next thing is email writing. It is a form of copywriting, but you can just niche out to email and newsletters. I know many writers that just only focus on this, and I like this as my copywriting service that I provide. Your job as an email writer is writing clear, concise, and error-free emails. You might write promotional emails. You might write abandoned cart emails. Depending on what type of emails you want to write, you can lean yourself to e-commerce email writing. So that's more on the product launches, abandoned cart emails, and all of those types that it deals with an e-commerce business. You can also do email writing for other types of businesses like coaches. This is where I focused my email writing. So I would write either weekly newsletters or I would write a launch sequence for a new product that these educators were going to unveil to their audience. The next one is resume writing. Again, this is not a job that I would solely just focus on. I would supplement this with your freelance writing work, but definitely you can use word of mouth and find some type of resume writing that you can do. I suggest going through your Facebook feed. If you see a post from a friend kind of thing, if she's looking for help, then you can offer that. This is just extra work and extra skills that you can learn. And this is also a service that you can offer in your pitches, or you can offer while you're networking as well, that you do this type of service, because you never know when you tell someone, they might know of someone that needs help. And this can lend itself to even optimizing your LinkedIn profile, because that's sort of a resume also. So again, it's just thinking a little bit about this service and seeing how you can market it the right way. So some people might need to optimize their LinkedIn profile. You can do that for them, and that will help them get the right clients towards, looking at their profile kind of thing, once you know how to optimize a LinkedIn profile. You can also do something like quiz writing. Again, this is very niched down and you may not find a lot of jobs this way, but it's a service that you can offer while you're networking with other content creators. Like with my coaches for email writing, if I was really into quiz writing, I could suggest a lead magnet as a quiz. There's lots of lead magnets that use quizzes as their way to gain leads. If I thought this was something that their audience would appreciate, I would have marketed that. If I knew how to do these types of writing services, which quiz writing isn't something that I would do, but this might be something that like ChatGPT can help you with. Can you give me quiz questions about such and such, right? What's your brand's irresistible it factor? Again, this is from Erica Holmes. She uses a quiz to help you get to know her future clients. So all of this can help other content creators. You just have to think of the right client that would need a quiz. There's white paper writing. This is very much B2B writing, business to business. A lot of businesses that market to other businesses use white papers as a way to gain leads to their email list. It's a lead magnet, most likely. Benchmark reports, things like that are white paper writing that you can write these big reports or guides for other businesses, and they do pay very well, especially for topics that not a lot of people know about. Then you can charge a lot. I know one of my students was paid over $3,000 to do a white paper. There's cover letter writing. So similar to resumes, you can offer also cover letter writing, LinkedIn optimized profile services, and things like that. But again, this can help you with your cover letter, and then you can help other people with their cover letters. You can do website copy. It's a form of copywriting, but you can just focus on website copy. Kristen here has an Instagram profile where she shares a lot of copywriting tips for website copy, and she shows her clients and what she did to help them achieve better business with the new website copy that she provides. So she's someone that you can look into, Kristen here. But writing an about page, writing a landing page or a home page, a services page, a bio page, all of that can be types of services that you can provide as a website copywriter. So here, I just mentioned it, but here are some other ones. You can focus on e-commerce platforms. So consider writing about your service on e-commerce platforms like Shopify. You can write a term page, product page, mission statement, lots of different pages on a website that you can focus on or market. And so here's some more here. So here's some more jobs that aren't really focused on writing, but they can can supplement your writing service, your writing business. So you can also do something like social media manager. With my writing for digital marketers, I often interview social media managers, and that can give me a taste of what they need. Also on LinkedIn, I follow social media managers as well, so I get to see the type of work that they do. So if you're interested in something like that to supplement your work, then you can do what I'm doing. So follow other social media managers and be familiar with the platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of those different platforms, because that's what social media managers manage, all those platforms. You can do virtual assistant or graphic designing. Again, that's supplementing your work. And then we have all these other ones. So like a bookkeeper, researcher, financial analyst, consultant, business analyst. I know a lot of writers are also offering a content strategy service. So you can do content marketing specialist or content marketing strategist as another service or title that you can focus on. These are a little bit like above freelance writing. It's the next tier. So you can use freelance writing as a stepping ground to these jobs, to becoming an online teacher or to becoming a business analyst or search engine optimizer. There's lots here that you can focus on to stay at home and work using your writing in all these capacities. So even if you want to be like a personal trainer, well, you need website copy for your blog. You need to pump out social media content every day. You need to, focus on reels and writing the copy on that for each reel you send out, right? Like there's lots of ways that these jobs require a copywriting type of freelance writer that knows how to market their business. These are things to consider. Like I said, a lot of writers are using editing and content strategy and content repurposing are those extra services that they're providing. And then a lot of them go on to starting their own podcasts, starting their own membership and creating products. So they're really just sort of coming full circle, becoming a business owner and marketing their suite of products that they have. So I have some writers that have been doing that since this is a stepping stone. So those are something to think about when you're a freelance writer or you want to do freelance writing. Focus on these main gigs here that I suggested, and then you can supplement your writing with editing, proofreading, quiz writing, things like that. So there you go. Make sure to comment down below and let me know if you've tried any of these jobs or if you like a certain type of niche or job that you've been doing that you can tell other writers. That'd be helpful. And as always, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.